So today's cooking 101 recipe is going to be my buttery potatoes. So if you don't like butter or if you're on a diet, this recipe is not good for you. This recipe is very simple, very fast. It's not like mashed potatoes where you gotta add a whole bunch of milk, a whole bunch of butter, stir it up, season it till it tastes all right. This recipe is just like very simple. The flavors is just amazing. I use just seasoned salt, garlic salt, and pepper, and a whole lot of butter. So it looks like it's a lot of butter, but we're gonna pour most of the butter out, but it's gotta cook in the butter to get the flavor throughout the potatoes. So I'm gonna show you what I use to make my buttery potatoes. So I have a bowl of potatoes that I cubed up. This is 8 potatoes, and I cut them up into small cubes just like that, if y'all can see that. So I sliced the potato in half, then cut it in 4s, and then made like 8 cubes from each potato. Okay, so we have our potatoes. You're gonna need a lot of butter. So I use margarine. I don't use butter because butter is very expensive, and this recipe requires a lot of margarine or butter. Okay, so I'm going to use garlic salt, seasoned salt, and pepper, and that is it. So it may look like a lot of seasoning, but we're going to pour most of the liquid out, so you're not really going to taste the seasoning. But this recipe is really good. You guys have to try it. It tastes way different from smothered potatoes. It tastes way different from mashed potatoes, and once you try it, you'll see what I'm talking about. So if you want to see me do this recipe, then please stay tuned. Okay, so now we're going to add the potatoes to a pot. I'm using a saucepan, but this pan is a little bigger than a normal saucepan. I'm going to put the potatoes in there, and I'm going to fill it up with hot water to cover the potatoes. Just enough water to cover the potatoes, because most of the water we're going to pour out anyway. But you want the potatoes to be done, so you want the water to incorporate throughout the potatoes. Okay, just like that. Okay, we're going to turn the fire on to medium high, and now we're going to season it. The potatoes with garlic salt, seasoning salt, and pepper. And like I said, it may look like a lot of seasoning, but it actually isn't, because we're going to pour most of the liquid out. And this is so simple, so simple. It cooks on its own. It's really not much that you do to this recipe. Add some pepper. Okay, and then we're going to add a lot of butter. I mean a lot of butter, okay? Okay, so that's 1, and we're going to do 2 of those. 2. Okay, so we're just going to let that boil, and I will come back to show you what it looks like. Okay, so we're back. So the potatoes are tender. So now we're going to drain the majority of the liquid. Not all of it, but the majority of it. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so we poured out most of the liquid. You don't want to leave too much liquid inside the potatoes because it'll be very mushy and very soft, and we don't want that. We don't want mashed potatoes. We want kind of like a rustic potato. So I think I'm gonna pour out No. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pour out a little more liquid. Okay, it wasn't that much. So once you stir it up, it starts to thicken, the liquid does, and the potatoes break apart on their own, as you can see while I'm stirring it. But you want it to be a little rustic, and you want the potatoes to be whole. You don't want mashed potatoes. You want to taste the potato, and you want to bite in the potato. So we're just going to stir it till the liquid gets thick and the potatoes, and there's no more liquid left. That's when the potatoes are done. See, you see how fast that was? They're not mashed. You still have big old chunks of potato, and they're seasoned throughout because they've been boiling in the butter and the seasoning. And that is it, all done. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in to this channel. Don't forget to please rate, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to let me know what recipe you want to see me do next. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.